got parade money. We got fucking bean money. We making the river green. We got the river green money.
So let's talk about Chicago.
Let's talk about it.
When we're talking about, because we're already
we got time. We got hella time.
But when we're talking about big change, drastic change,
let's get into the doom of the day.
We're gonna get into the doom of the day, which is the controversy that's been happening over the Chicago budget in the city council. Because what we're about to discuss is not. I don't want y'all to take the message from it that this tax argument and shit that niggas are having is the end all be all, and this is the one thing that we need to do to end generational trauma in the country or in Illinois or in Chicago. However, the fact that we're not even simply taking this step should be indicative of why these videos keep coming out.
Yes. Why we keep getting on this fucking couch.
There is no room anymore in this country, in my opinion, for these fucking tweaks around the edges and lack of fulfilling promises that were made fucking decades ago.
Yeah.
Because the more and more we refuse to address the big structural problems behind this shit, the more and more we're keep damage control, just mitigating, trying our best to do some bullshit.
Band-Aid over a bullet hole.
Band-Aid over a bullet hole. So basically what took me down the rabbit hole, that concept pretty much took me down the rabbit hole of the budget discussion that's been happening in our city council. So every time, even since I was a kid, because Cook County is like the main county, and it's big ass county, and growing up in it, I remember did y'all parents ever say anything about property taxes? Because I remember that.
Oh my God.
You want great property taxes every month? You want great for bitch?
Oh my God.
Mom. I'm in 8th grade.
Oh, you want grateful bitch? Jesus Christ. Oh shit. But nah, for real though, because I knew we had high property taxes because my mom was saying it when we was a kid.
Yeah.
And every single time I be hearing it, that's all I be hearing. I'll be hearing property taxes too high, but then I'll be hearing like Chicago don't never got money. Chicago's budget's running off a fiscal cliff. We don't have money for CTA. We don't have these niggas never had. The third major city in the country, and niggas don't got no money. Never had no money.
So we got parade money. We got fucking bean money. We got fucking we making the river green. We got the river green money, nigga. We got a tree line tomorrow.
Like rubber ducky
money. Like,
and we got tax cut money. So basically, so despite Chicago never having money, wealthy companies are doing better than ever. These niggas just got the big beautiful bill bullshit, which cuts their taxes even more.
Kith just moved down the street from the crib.
Like Kith,
Kith
some ice cream.
Oh yeah,
flagship store.
Bang out.
Ain't got no money though, gang.
The answer's open.
We're talking about trillionaires now.
Yeah.
So it gives you perspective on why the conversation never seems to be evolving. Like, why don't we ever have money? So Brandon Johnson came on the podcast.
Yep.
And he was talking about, I remember we were asking him generally about like, what can the city do? Because Trump and everyone is threatening federal funding, like billions of dollars worth of projects. Is trying to extend the CTA, the train lines further into the South Side to give people, more fucking public transportation. He's blocking that right now. Cause niggas.
Right.
There's the development on the purple line too for the CTA that's supposed to be getting built. He's withholding the federal funds, cause niggas. Yeah. So I had asked about what it is the city can do to like kind of offset that and take care of its people, while obviously the federal government is fucking trying to threaten shit. And Brandon was talking about that bill. He's talking about how important it is to get the budget bill passed or whatever. And he was talking about how it's going to tax the wealthy and all type of shit, right? Which I heard him, and we prepared for the conversation, but I wish I was a little bit more prepared because I wanted to like dive into what the bill was and time to like dive into everything about it.
We only had like an hour basically.
Yeah, nigga busy.
Nigga busy man.
But then I find out that his budget got voted down. It got voted down. Like a couple days ago in the city hall, and I was like, okay, cool. I decided. I'm like, damn. So it didn't get through. I wonder what the resistance was, why it didn't get through, whatever, what's in the bill, what's crazy about it. And it led me on a thing that eventually made my conclusion. We have to leave this neoliberalism shit behind right now and yesterday,
we don't have, I was going to say, nigga, last week.
Last year,
11 months ago.
In 2014 with Rahm Emanuel.
Dead ass.
So I'm like, what is going on? The bill gets voted down. I go on the internet to look at what is going on. And every fucking article I'm reading has the words job killer in it and is talking about how the Brandon Johnson's bill got voted down and many people are deriding it as a job killer. They're saying that they would move out the city if they'd get taxed and all types of shit, and we can't balance the budget on taxing the rich people. And I'm reading these articles. And I'm a nigga who's used to reading fucking articles for research, for videos, all types of shit. Been doing it for years. And I noticed that I never seen one defense of this nigga's budget plan and of this raising taxes on the wealthy. And when we describe exactly what it is, it's gonna get even more fucking crazy. Then I was gonna say, then I realized, right? Oh, every headline was and article was some bullshit. Besides the Tribe, shout out the Tribe. They're a black-owned publication, and they followed me back the other day when I followed them.
Shout out Tribe.
I was gonna say about the job killer shit real quickly. Like, this job killer shit is so fucking aggravating.
We're gonna talk about why. Because what they mean when they say it's a job killer, we're gonna talk about it. And the reason why
niggas can't get
I forgot we talking about it.
It's the reason why
I'm jumping ahead. Hold on.
It's the reason why we was talking about Rahm Emanuel. So I remembered after I was looking up these articles trying to figure out what the fuck was going on with this budget thing, I was chilling in our kitchen one day, and this was I don't know if this was in preparation for the Brandon Johnson episode or after it had happened. And I opened up my Uber app, and that notification pops up. It says, new Illinois tax on rides. The legislators want an extra tax on ride share. And it says, tell them no.
I got that notification.
You got that notification?
Yep.
This reminds me of the TikTok notification too, where they were like, oh, thank you for the Trump administration when he wasn't even president yet.
Yeah.
So I'm like, whoa. Why is this, because at this point in my life, why is this big ass company trying to tell me what to vote like?
Yeah, on God.
Yeah.
If Uber is telling me to go tell my lawmaker that
gotta be illegal.
I'm about to say, first of all, it's gotta be illegal.
Gotta be illegal.
Why
on every phone, that is
no company should have the ability.
I was like, that has to be illegal.
To influence voter choice via a non-skippable, a mandatory fucking notification as soon as you open the app.
Yeah.
Trying to coax you into making a voting decision. They don't even tell you what the thing is.
Yeah, you hit that bitch, they still hit you with, are you sure?
They didn't provide the bill. They didn't provide what the terms of it was.
What it is. You just said there's a tax.
And tell them no.
Of course that's gonna...
Yeah!
Of course you're gonna, bro. If you are a person, I was a nigga that I remember when the Ubers was $5. I remember when the Ubers was $5 and I could go to work for $5. That's not the way it is now.
It's not.
The reality of it is, if you don't got bread and you see that Uber price, you gon' be like, damn.
Yeah.
If you see they say new Illinois tax on rides,
damn, I'm gonna pay more?
I would say, damn, I'm gonna pay more? Fuck no. Hell no. And you don't even understand the bill because they don't want you to understand what it's
explain it. In the same way that I'm looking at all these news articles, I'm like, why do I not see any defense for this nigga's tax policy?
Yeah.
It's because these local news networks are also owned by corporations.
What?
Nexstar. We just were talking about them when they try to get rid of Jimmy Fallon
Disney,
shit.
That's the Jimmy Fallon shit.
Yeah. They own all types of fucking local news organizations in Chicago and elsewhere. Those WGN Chicago, those not the stations with the numbers and Channel 9 bullshit. They literally are companies that buy that, own that, and produce the shows. They even ran it back with Nexstar. They have a fucking dialogue tree that multiple of them have read out in the exact same way about politics going on right now, and they're conservative. It's a conservative bias. That's why all these niggas are trying to strong arm to get the nigga off air.
Yeah.
It's the same companies that own, whenever you look up and try to get educated about this new tax policy in your city, You're going to be seeing nothing but playing defense for corporations because they own the fucking news media.
Yeah.
That's why independent
crazy.
media is so important.
I
That's why
got
it's so
that notification had to been like almost a month, 2 months ago.
Yes.
Like it's been a while.
been a thing,
And by the way, like I've gotten that notification multiple times.
Yep.
Nigga.
So let's get into it. So I'm asking what's in this bill because that notification didn't tell you.
Nope.
But it is telling you to make a
ain't telling
decision
you.
about it. The articles ain't telling you. And I'm like, if anybody who's a Chicagoan is reading right now and trying to figure out what is with this tax, you're going to come away with the opinion that it is a job killer. It's crazy that he's kind of doing this out of the blue and it was never going to work anyway. And that's why we just need to cut more programs and raise property taxes. That's the alternative. I was going to say it for the end, but that's the alternative. If we don't do this plan, they're going to want to raise property taxes because our state is really heavily reliant on property taxes. Every time they need some extra funding or whatever, they'll try to play with that, or they'll do a grocery tax or like a garbage tax.
Bag tax,
which,
all that bullshit.
who's paying for that?
Yeah.
Job
Consumer.
killer.
You'll be paying for
Yeah.
all of the niggas in this room will be paying for that.
Don't we
So-
pay the same as these?
So just to give a little background about the budget shit. So Mayor Brandon Johnson's budget in 2026 was $16.6 billion, the one he proposed. And there was a $1 billion deficit. Pretty much we need to find a way to get an extra $1 billion in revenue so that we can cover all the services that the city needs to do and all types of shit, right? In that budget of $16 billion, there was going to be a $100 million community safety fund, which includes mental health support for first responders, a $5 million increase in corporate funding for the rapid rehousing program, funding to maintain the city's first LGBTQ plus affairs director, $7 million investment into the Child Care for All initiative, and more financial support for those in the south and west side of the city, which have seen disinvestment.
Yes.
It also would increase the personal property lease transition tax, which taxes cloud computing companies that use
Big
cloud
ass
shit,
data center
like
bullshit, niggas.
Google or like
Yeah.
say at the
Also, there's a humongous Google being moved in the middle of fucking Chicago right now.
Yep,
They're building it.
or it can at the lowest end, because we're going to talk about the thing being set at companies with over 100 workers, like maybe a big ass law firm that uses like a cloud service, like fucking Google One or some shit. You pay a little bit more for that program for your employees because you have the money to do so, which we'll talk more about.
That's so funny hearing all
That's
that.
part of that's not even all of it that's in there, because that's just basic shit. They also wanted to do an amusement tax fee on social media companies, which is what we talked about, because basically what that is it's treating it the same way as like cigarettes or like tobacco or like shit like that, where you know that there's going to be a harm associated with your product. A harm for social media being these niggas take your data and give it to fucking Plantier, and also niggas be doom scrolling, it affects your mental health, all types of shit. So making it so that, and these apps are free, so they can't pass that consumer on to you, and they can't pass that on to you as a consumer unless they make you pay 25 cents to download Instagram.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, why would they do that when these niggas are making money hand over fist every single year? Billions of dollars in profit.
They would try to do that, but also that's another thing, as the people, as the working class, you have to stand up against some shit.
Yeah, I think the tax comes out of the price per user. So these niggas make a certain amount of money for every day, price per user using their app, and they take a portion out of that as the tax. That's how they'd get the money. They wouldn't say, all right, you got to pay bread for XYZ, because they're already making so much that they can advertise this shit for free. You can use the app for free. And because of the amount of people using it, they will already make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
So that. Then this is the main thing that like held up everything in the negotiations. That $100 million that I was telling you about is coming from the community safety surcharge, which would mean the largest corporations that employ over 100 people, would pay $21 per employee per month. That fund would then be used to pay for the free mental health clinics, youth programs, community violence intervention, and everything, right? And I remember hearing that and not really knowing what that means, because I'm like, okay, you're going to be taxing these people $21 per employee. That do sound like it could be a lot of money. So then I started going back and starting to look for, okay, well, has this tax policy existed before?
Yeah. Like what are
Pretty much a head tax of like, all right, if there's a company coming to the city, they got to pay this amount of money or whatever for it. And I'm like, all right, I wonder if we had that before. And then I started looking it up, and this is when we started talking about Rahm Emanuel. Rahm Emanuel, we know of Rahm Emanuel at the minimum because that nigga was mayor of Chicago.
Like the last little stand of the day.
And
The day to survive.
the thing about Chicago politics is that the thing about surviving Rahm. The thing about Chicago politics is that like every Chicago politician damn near has a reputation for being corrupt.
Yeah.
And Rahm Emanuel was not an exception to that.
Not an exception at all.
Because we had a corporate head tax for companies since 1973 in Chicago.
So what's the problem now?
It got repealed in 2014
Oh,
by Rahm Emanuel, who's now talking about. I just seen a headline the
Fuck
other
that
day.
nigga Rahm.
What is up with 2014 on this?
What is up with 2014? Niggas lost their goddamn mind.
Erase that.
I'm looking at this shit because I just seen a thing on my Instagram talking about Rahm Emanuel possibly running for president. He wants you to hear him out. No. Who? Rahm Emanuel. He might be. He wants to be like.
Tell me that.
Don't piss me off.
Ain't nobody
I'm about
hearing you
to
out
say
there.
some shit that I can't take. Don't piss me off, nigga.
So,
Manual.
from 1973 until
Fuck outta
2014,
here.
they had a head tax in Chicago, also known as the employer expense tax, which was levied on companies with 50 or more employees on a per employee per month basis.
Less.
So it was actually hitting more businesses.
Yeah, I was going to say, so it was hitting more businesses because it was a less amount of people.
Yeah, you have more businesses with over 50 workers than you do with over 100
100 workers.
So every small, medium, and large size businesses.
Some small businesses got hit with that same thing.
was all paying this tax from the 70s to 2014. Emanuel's administration in 2014 eliminated the tax, saying that it was going to be a job killer.
The tax that had been in place for fucking 25 years.
And did nothing.
Rahm Emanuel also has a lot of ties to the Chicago financial, the business people.
Bullshitting with bread, nigga.
People who are, corrupt in politics.
Corrupt ass niggas who's throwing around millions.
So I'm reading like articles about it. And by the way, most of this data is coming from, I want to give them a shout out. This data is coming from Institute for the Public Good, which is a newer, I guess, think tank. They conduct their own research. They're a nonpartisan organization, and they've done a bunch of really good research about like the tax policy, about what we can be doing to like make sure that we actually like maintain our fucking public services, and we're not choosing between which lines are getting cut, which niggas' healthcare is getting removed.
I was gonna say,
just so you niggas can pay more for your groceries.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at all this shit. And he repeals the tax in 2014. That lost them $20 million in annual revenue each year. He also, because when you repeal a tax like that, that means what the government is saying is the same reason why when they cut taxes for rich people, what the government is saying is we are going to collect less money from you niggas this year.
Yes.
Yep.
So now we have to balance, okay, well, we have too many services and we don't have enough money.
Cut
Start
some
cutting
services.
shit.
So let's cut some services.
Start cutting shit.
Rahm Emanuel
Fucking insane.
closed half of the city's mental health clinics for a cost savings of $2.3 million. He also privatized jobs in health. Yep. He also privatized city jobs in health, custodial, homelessness outreach services, and the city water department.
Hold on.
Resulting in the loss of
wait.
1,200 middle-class jobs.
So, okay.
So
he stopped the tax on
Job
the
head tax for the corporations.
And how much did the state lose because of it?
$20 million a year they lost because of that.
And just cutting the mental facilities only gave him 2 back.
$2 million. You
Job
cut
killer.
mental health
Job killer.
for more money, for $2 million, and you probably make that yearly, Rahm. With all the bullshit them niggas was doing,
Insider trading?
insider trading, all that shit.
How the fuck do you make a case of like this is gonna be a job killer while you simultaneously take niggas' jobs?
I'm gonna keep it a bean. I gotta do it to you, gang. This nigga JB Pritzker.
We're going to talk about him. We're going to talk about him.
I'ma wait.
Because
I'ma wait then.
we're going to talk about him.
I'ma wait then.
Because my thing is, right?
Bullshitting.
So, on top of that, Mayor Rahm Emanuel covered up the killing of Laquan McDonald.
Gang.
Yeah.
He got protest. You want to know what's so funny? In my research, I found this out. Guess when it was where they had a bunch of protests and they shut down the Magnificent Mile? It was on Black Friday after it happened, because he was facing so much protest about how they handled the killing of Laquan McDonald.
Yes.
Because pretty much the shooting happened of him. Then the footage was concealed, didn't release by the police department for like a year. And the police said that he was, the usual resistant, all types of shit.
Resistant.
And then the footage came out about a year later, and it showed that he was walking away when he got shot 16 times.
16 times.
A year later, they dropped the footage.
And everyone was outraged. And there was protests, and niggas were saying he got to resign. This is also the person we're talking about.
This is a person, job killer.
Job killer. We care about the black and brown population so much.
Cuts mental health.
So,
Crazy.
so I'm looking at all this shit. I'm like, I knew Rahm Emanuel was a dickhead, but like, when he got rid of the taxes, it made more jobs, right? What happened? Because if it's a job killer, and they make this point, there are two people who are the co-chairs who mainly founded this like research group, and I don't remember both their names, but shout out to y'all. One of them makes the point where they're like, okay, well, if it's a job killer, if the tax we done had in the city for these rich companies is a job killer, and we need to get rid of it in order to boost the economy and let them start employing niggas because they don't want to be spending all this money on his taxes, then after he repealed that fucking tax, the jobs should have grown, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Should have expanded. Everybody got a job.
Everybody should get a job,
You
right?
caused all that trouble to get that.
Let's take a look at element number 3.
One of
We
them.
zoom in really quick to that chart in the middle. So this is measuring, if you can scroll up a little
Last
bit.
20 years.
Yeah, it says it's measuring the economic growth and the job creation in Chicago over the last like 20 years. Right? It says comparative employment growth over the last Chicago versus national over the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Because in the years 2004 to leading up to 2008, right? Or actually, I remember when actually the graph starts. Let me pull it up on my phone because it's easier to see.
Yeah.
But
I need some fucking glasses, nigga.
I left my glasses.
you're not going to be able to read it from that far away. So this is comparative employment growth rates of the Chicago's growth rate versus the national over the last 20 years. So from 2004 to 2008, we were 22% below the growth of the national economy in Chicago.
So it's that.
So we were doing 22% worse, right? Then from 2010 to 2013, you see Chicago start to come back. We're doing better.
DJ Academic.
We're outpaced the academic stimulus package.
That was the problem.
But we now are seeing that we are outpacing the national growth. 66%.
60%. That's huge. That's a humongous. That's 80% jump.
That's from 2010 to 2013. Then Rahm Emanuel cuts the tax in 2014. From 2014 to 2019.
Talk about a regression, nigga.
Nigga, I don't even.
We outpaced the national growth economy wise by 1%.
1% from 67%, meaning we had a decline of 66%.
So the logic is if you cut the head tax and these companies have more money to spend on actually making good products, and then they're going to employ all these people, and then our economy is going to boom. He cut the head tax, it fell.
Oh, wait. The billionaires want to keep their fucking money? No shit.
Oh, wait. It just so happens when
we got to make taxes on you niggas.
It's so crazy. These articles are coming out with all these things talking about job killer. And we got all the nigga, we lived this way before.
Yep.
You greedy bitches want to keep your money.
You greedy bitches want to make.
I would rather they come out with an article and be like, no, nigga, I want my money.
And that's
say it
period.
just like that.
Period.
Exactly. Exactly.
Billionaires want to keep their money, period.
So
all I want.
That's literally what it is. Because the shocker, the nigga didn't take the money and then McDonald's invested in expanding their jobs. No, they put it in a Swiss bank account and said, all right, let me get on my high rise in Chicago.
And it's sitting there.
It's sitting there. My 8th yacht.
It's sitting there for a fucking charcuterie board.
Yeah. So it didn't boost. It didn't fucking save the jobs. The tax killed the jobs, but getting rid of the tax didn't save the jobs. Then from 2021 to 2024, we started outpacing again by 25%. Unless you're telling me that he cut it in 2014 and then it took 5 years before we even dare outpace the national growth. That means that these niggas took the money and they held on to the money.
Well, JJ, well, it's still going up, so we really don't need it now. No. What we're missing is this. It was at 67% on the national rate of growth. It went down to 1. Where would it have been if we just didn't pull that shit?
A 60 from that?
We could have been like,
where would it have been if we would have just
let's talk about where we could have been. Let's talk about.
Remember, that's a deck. This is not. We're talking numbers, but numbers make niggas forget about actual time.
Yep.
No. This is now a 25-year thing. If we allowed these niggas to be invested in, and like money-wise, if we allowed the tax and we allowed that money to be invested in these places for the past 20 years, where could we be versus where we are right now?
So, Matt, bro, before put it in NBA terms so
I'm gonna put it.
can really
Let's put it in NBA
understand
terms.
from a 60 to 1. I need you, go ahead.
Okay. NBA terms. That's like. Okay, hold on. This building. I got you. I think it's like OKC shit. It's like, where would y'all have been
Mavericks.
if you stay your bitch ass in OKC and you chill and you don't jump ship to go to the fucking Warriors to get a goddamn ring.
You was right there.
You was right there, and that's legacy. Now, Shea got your legacy, my nigga. In OKC, Shea got your legacy.
He outsourced.
If you don't trade Luka, you have your job.
Yup.
There you go. Nico Harris.
There you go.
I'm killing.
He building the Mavericks. I'm about to say, talking right here. Sold Luka. Damn.
Talk about job killer.
It's
almost like when you spend the money to invest in your city that you claim to give a fuck about, then you see more jobs, you see more love, you see more enthusiasm. No. That nigga shipped out his superstar. Now he's fucked.
Really?
So,
and you know what, bro?
So when we talk about where we could have been,
only solution is ice.
Ice save us.
Yeah, cool. When you talk about where we could have been, the tax in the 70s was $3 per. Adjusted for inflation, it is the $21 that he's proposing. So it's literally carbon copy bringing back the same tax, except for the fact that the corporate tax rate for the federal government in the 70s was like 50%. So as a company, you had to pay that tax to the federal government and the payroll to Illinois.
Yeah, whatever that is.
But then Trump passed the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act and the big beautiful bill. So that shit's down to 21%.
You niggas.
So you're literally saving money.
Even if you brought back word for word, inflation adjusted, the exact same tax that was in the 70s, you're paying less money because y'all got your taxes cut already. We want to keep our money. And we don't give a fuck if you lose your train or your garbage or your fucking food or your health care. We want our money. That extra yacht is that much more important, is what they're saying.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at all this shit and I'm like, there's no reason why this tax should not happen. On top of this, I don't want to explain the whole TIF system because it's fucking complicated. But basically, when the nigga was saying that he took all that money from the TIFs, he's gonna give $500 million to the schools and all the other stuff to parks or whatever. Pretty much in Illinois, if there's a rundown property somewhere, a developer can come and say, all right, that property is run down. We're gonna rebuild it, but you have to rebuild it to like be at public use as well. So it can't just be like you just put a luxury apartment on that bitch. It gotta serve the
community,
Right. So what happens is once it becomes a TIF district, once the developer gets the grant to like build the shit, the town or whatever stops collecting property taxes for itself on that. And now once you build that property up and the money starts coming in after redeveloping, that you can collect that money, that revenue that they built after that new business is there, and then you can utilize it to do whatever. So usually that money just sits there and niggas don't really utilize it too much. But he decided, Brandon Johnson took like the money that is being made by these properties in these districts. It's like, okay, we're going to take the profits from that and use it to fucking fund the schools and shit because Trump and them are threatening the schools.
You know what's, okay, can I say this?
So when it comes to like political mastery and the elements of the budget, this is actually a very thought out proposal with precedent that would fill budget gaps that we've had since these corrupt ass niggas took it away.
Can I say this? It's so funny that you say that is because, sorry to cut you off. The fact that like when we heard that story about those kids jumping on that family, it's so funny that our first thing is like, oh no, those are demons, instead of questioning, being like, oh, Trump really cut all that money for school funding.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say this.
It's gonna get worse.
I want to ask this question to y'all, to the people that are listening to this and they're hearing us, but they not feeling it. They not stepping in what we shitting in. For those people that will sit there and they'll say, well, like, why do these businesses that don't have anything to do with like maybe they moved in from like a different place, maybe they immigrated, whatever it is, why do these businesses have to pay for Chicago school system for these things? I ask you this question: where are your tax dollars going right now? You couldn't fucking tell me where none of your tax dollars are going right now.
It's not fixing your road on your street.
It's not fixing your road, not fixing that one pothole on that one street that always gives you trouble. It's not fixing that one school system, that one library.
But your money is still going there anyway.
It's still going. You know damn well you got to pay that nigga Uncle Sam.
And also, when those kids go to school,
the book's outdated.
Who's trying to fucking hire them afterwards? What is the purpose in your kid going to school, right? Get your education, move in the professional world, whatever, to go.
So isn't that the benefit?
To work at the company.
Companies, go to college, right? Go to
the
get
company
internships.
that utilizes the city's electric, water, roads.
It's a full cycle that I don't think these niggas understand, bro.
It's so much more than just, oh my God, I'm giving money to kids.
And it's deliberate. Because when you have niggas who are operating to keep all the money at all times, they will convince you that it is a one-way street. That you are the nigga asking for handouts, for they're suggesting that the nigga who makes money off of the materials that you have and the people that they hire, they should never ask for nothing in return because that's a handout. When you wouldn't have made your money anyway if it wasn't for the workers.
But y'all niggas don't believe it's that way anyways. Because every day y'all is on the internet, all the finance bros and all of them is on the internet complaining about, no job.
I'm looking at all the articles, the Illinois Policy Institute. They talking about, we just need to correct this spending. We need to. Brandon Johnson said he doesn't want to approve any budget that raises taxes on property or groceries or whatever. He's like, I just don't know why he doesn't want to make a hard decision. Why is it that we can never go where the money is?
The middle class has to bear the responsibility of these hard decisions. And every these time. Fucking rich ass niggas
every time
be on a yacht.
Yeah.
They on a yacht.
Yeah. So let's and I'm getting to wrapping up now, but let's talk a little bit about the why, because it might not still hit for you. These companies, even though like they said 1% of companies nationally have over 100 employees.
The 1%, like, it's in front of you. It's in front of you.
We're not talking about. You're not manager. Damn it! Fucking McDonald's. You don't have 50 employees running through that bitch.
We're not talking about your mom and pop shop. We're talking about McDonald's that got a million different chains in Chicago.
Yeah.
That total hire all them people that can afford that fucking tax. On top of that, McDonald's.
No shit.
Has seen a tax subsidy of $8 billion over the last 7 years, which averages $1.25 billion a year.
You can't afford $20 per head, nigga. You can afford that shit, you dumbass.
Hey,
Chicago remember these numbers because this is really
Rahm cut mental health for 20 mils.
Oh.
I mean for 2 mil.
For 2 mil. So
remember these numbers.
And let's talk more about these numbers. Because why does this matter? Chicago ranks 10th in the world and 4th in the U.S. for the number of millionaires, with 127,100 millionaires in the city, or 1 in every 21 Chicagoans. The number of millionaires has grown 24% in the last decade. This is according to the St. Policy Institute. Chicago is also home to 295 centimillionaires, $100 million.
100 million.
And 25 billionaires. In Illinois, those filing with taxes with income over $1 million grew by 114%. From 14,110 in 2010 to 30,220 in 2022.
When it comes to our tax, don't we basically pay the same as those niggas?
Illinois also has a flat income tax, meaning that we are deliberately choosing to not tax the people who have more money, more taxes. We don't do that. You will pay the same fucking percentage of your income in income taxes to the state of Illinois as one of these centimillionaires that are living in downtown, probably.
I hope that makes y'all mad. I hope genuinely that.
So not only on a state level, JB Pritzker, do we not have a fucking, which he tried to fight for before, but not fucking hard enough because it failed. Y'all let.
I'm not hearing you, bro. If you go on Google, JB, I'm sorry, JB, I fuck with you.
And also,
I fuck with you. But if you go on Google and you Google your net worth, that bitch say $3.9 billion.
Don't take it personal. We would love to have you on this couch to have a nice civil conversation, gang. But the fact is,
but let's talk
you
about.
Didn't fight hard enough. If you got that net worth,
not only did he not fight hard enough, JB Pritzker is against the head tax.
Ooh, voted against.
He's been repeatedly against Brandon Johnson's proposal.
That's
and do you know why?
That's
because as much as you can be a billionaire,
still a billionaire,
you could be
still a billionaire.
You could be an FDR.
and you hang around with other billionaires.
You know how you're an FDR? FDR was a class traitor at his time because he was a rich white nigga who came from wealthy family. But he also, I'm pretty sure, was a capitalist. He wasn't like anti-capitalist. Yeah. But he understood that the only way this shit is gonna work for the average people is if the government steps in and regulates some of this shit. Gave niggas jobs programs during the Great Depression, all type of shit. And that's not to say he didn't do nothing wrong. He's a president, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But that is what he was able to do because he's a class traitor. Now we hope the same thing for JB Pritzker, because yes, he's a billionaire, but he's kind, he's following in the footsteps of his family. Yeah. He's progressive mostly and usually correct on a lot of the issues. His family owns Hyatt hotels.
You said what?
His family owns Hyatt.
He's a billionaire because his family owns Hyatt hotels. Yes. Hyatt hotels, the ones that are in Chicago, the ones that would be seeing a tax increase.
Yes. The ones across the street from Trump Tower.
You have to ask yourself these questions.
I didn't even.
Let's be real.
Let's be
real. If we don't get to the nitty gritty, I don't want to see you on there talking about how Trump, you're not gonna let the nigga run your shit, and then they pull 20 million. Or not 20 million. They pull 8 million from a black school student success program, and the nigga worth 3.9 billion. Don't know where to find the money to put it back in it.
You know what?
What do we mean?
Tax your homies, bro.
Tax your gang
You know
members.
what we need to do?
What?
Every reporter, if you're interviewing JB or the press conferences, stop asking about that Trump shit.
Yeah.
Because we understand what the fuck is going on now.
Yeah.
Ask him about the tax that this nigga doesn't want in it.
The shitty part is this.
Why.
The shitty part is this. JB Pritzker is a infinitely better person than Donald Trump.
Infinitely.
Way
They got
better.
the same pockets though. They literally
if Donald Trump and the billionaire class are the things threatening the people, then you have to really make your decision as to how you're gonna be on the side of the people. If you are best friends with these niggas and you're saying, oh, I'm a hard no on a policy we had since the 70s, one can only ask why that is.
If you're enemies,
the amount of money.
If you're worst enemies with these niggas, but you're going to eat at Miru with the niggas.
Choose your side, gang.
You got a different mindset than Trump, but you still got the same pockets.
Yeah.
Because
guess
what? He just passed, JB Pritzker and them just passed like a benefit for like pensions, like get more benefits and people in workers' pensions and everything, which that's good.
It's dope.
But the niggas that you eat lunch with are talking about we can't have those and we need to cut back on them.
And they know that.
And
in
you
the
know,
corporate world, you know damn well the second one of them niggas bring up the U word, nigga, it's like hell on earth, legal, all types of shit. Stop it.
You have to choose your side.
Gotta pick your side, gang.
It's either we're going to finally say that this class of people who did not fucking put on for the city of Chicago jobs-wise after this tax got repealed, who's ballooned in fucking wealth since then, because I was reading all those fucking stats about the rich people here. 1 in 5 Chicagoans experience food insecurity. Defined as a lack of consistent access to adequate and nutritious food. In some neighborhoods, that amount rises as high as 50%, or 1 in 2, or 61%, 2/3. That's Austin and Inglewood.
Austin West Side, Inglewood South Side.
So the question that we have to ask,
think of how many people are millionaires? 1 in what?
I was gonna say 1 in 21.
1 in
21, but 1 in 5
can't get food.
When you're in the position you're in,
with
the influence, and you're gonna speak on people's problems, and you trying to help. That big B behind you don't help. If anything, it make you a hypocrite.
The game with him.
Very
bad.
We
got 1 in 5 niggas, can't he?
I gotta judge you by your actions, bro. That's the reason why niggas say shit about billionaires, but I have to judge you by your actions. I have to ask the question why you can't back a common sense policy that was here before, when we have much more money than we did now and much more of an ability for these same rich ass niggas to pay that fine.
And
my
they'll be
thing
paying
is,
less, too.
and that money would then go back into communities that seen disinvestment, mental health shit, so that we see less footage of black children on the south side of Chicago jumping random people.
Class solidarity.
You're
JB
asking
knows.
you to put forward one little bit of effort, the same effort that was present in this city for 40 years to make shit just a little bit better. And that's why we need to ask the question. And I even wrote it down here. Will we keep allowing the wealthy to hold us hostage, saying if you tax us only 1%, we're going to move, we're not going to employ y'all? That's a threat. It needs to be treated as a threat. It needs to be treated as a threat. You disrespect the niggas who you hire, who live here, who you share the backyard with by trying to say, oh, we going to fire all you niggas if we pay a fee that we could been paying because we're getting more money from Trump anyway.
And they're doing it anyways. They're firing niggas anyway.
Because
it's about $1.
It's not about the tax base.
It's not.
These companies go where the talent is, where the infrastructure is, where the community is. And I'm reading an article from one of these niggas, and they talking about this tax could incentivize it because counties around like Will and everything don't have as high taxes. Who is moving from downtown Chicago to Will County besides an Amazon distribution center? Who is taking up their prime real estate in downtown? Will County is Crete, Illinois.
Yes.
And University Park. Which one of you niggas are voiding your lakefront property to go to Will County? Let me know that we can build affordable housing there.
You know you know why also that's a lie? Because you niggas moved out of Will County to move to the city, to move north. What are we talking about?
Yes.
Y'all niggas moved from the south side. You moved from the burbs. You moved. You've been running your whole time.
You moved downtown.
Going from Chicago to Will County.
You're not.
Your bitch ass went from Will County to Chicago.
You want me to believe?
You want me to believe that they're gonna move from the most densely populated area where they can make the most money
on the Chicago
River to the farm
to Dalton? You know what, bro? You gonna move from the Gold Coast to Dalton?
You know what, bro? They needed peace.
Go fuck yourself.
They needed peace in their life, gang. That's what it was.
They gonna move. Please move from the Gold Coast to Dalton, and we will rob you, nigga. Fuck Dalton. Don't rob you, niggas. Harvey.
Springfield while you at it, nigga.
Pussy ass niggas.
These niggas,
dumbass.
They won't do it because they won't do it not because we're asking them for too much. It's because they have too much. They know that.
Too much and they know that.
So again, ask yourself the question. Are we going to let these niggas continue to hold us hostage? Or are we going to acknowledge that wealth is generated by the same people who we keep telling to settle for scraps, to pay more in your property taxes, to do X, Y, Z? There was only 10 aldermen that voted in favor of this bill. You niggas are bullshitting.
10
out of they needed 25. There's 50 aldermen. You need 25. He'll break the tie.
Call your alderman.
Call your fucking alderman right now. If you don't know what an alderman is, or you don't know what ward you in, and you live in Chicago, Google what ward you're in. Google the nigga phone number. Our alderman voted no on that shit.
Oh,
I saw you, nigga.
What's his name?
Brendan Riley. We seen you, nigga.
Brendan Riley.
We seen you, nigga.
Hey. Come to the inbox, because if you don't,
call your alderman, nigga.
You getting replaced.
Call your alderman, nigga. Because my thing is, I'm not gonna lie. The sun
primaries flying left and right.
The sun came out in Chicago when we had that fucking $21 effective tax back in the day and a 50% corporate tax rate. Where do you think the niggas in the era of AI, billionaire, trillionaire are going to go?
Where?
If we put 21? Where? Oh, because also the other major cities that they could fly to also have a higher tax burden than we do.
Shout out to Mom Daddy.
New York, you're not going to New York.
Where you gonna go?
They leaving New York.
I thought they was leaving New York.
They gonna leave New York, then they gonna leave Chicago, then they gonna leave LA.
Arkansas. Yeah.
Nobody's going to
Kentucky.
Nobody's going to fucking Arkansas.
They make this shit up because they want to keep their money.
Exactly.
Yes, it's a power thing.
And the money will come back to you anyway. Because if you pay your $21 and get an after-school program in a mental health facility, then some black kid on the south side of Chicago cannot go insane, go get mental help, and then come out and be a software designer.
Yep.
More likely. More like
you're gonna have
that's the more likely option
are,
than
literally.
the alternative of being like, your mommy got to pay 15% more in property taxes. Now look, you're not getting that fucking camera. You're not getting that phone.
Media circuit of doom. Once you do it, you get a bunch of random motherfuckers who don't know shit about your old policies. I ain't gonna lie, but he did invest in that one thing, and they'll be holding on that for 20 fucking years anyways. Stop acting like you niggas don't benefit from this.
The information.
Shut the fuck up.
The information is out here, and the fact that we've had the same policy before, and the reaction I'm reading from all these news outlets show you that it's a vested interest. What is the perspective? If I'm a billionaire company who's conservative leaning because I want to make more money, the fact that these niggas can just push their worldview out there as fact, and it will be bombarded. It will sink a nigga entire campaign. It'll damage fucking approval ratings because everything I'm reading is this shit is crazy, and it's something we had a few years ago. That a nigga who was corporate aligned and
fear-mongering
got rid of just to give an extra kickback to his homies.
Yep.
Let's actually be true with what the fuck is going on here.
Yeah.
Call your alderman. And pass that fucking budget. You niggas are pussy. Budget. Let me see what happens the day after that passes. Oh my God, the Aeon Center gonna leave. Really?
I was gonna say, you know what's gonna happen?
Really?
We're gonna walk.
You think?
We're gonna walk down fucking, what is it, like State or Clark or whatever the fuck street it
Michigan?
is. Randolph. It's one of them ones. We're gonna walk down that bitch. And we're gonna look to the right, and you're gonna see a big ass Google getting built there.
Yep.
And then the Google's gonna open, and then the Google's gonna get employed, and then the Google's gonna be there for another fucking 40 years, making money off you.
You
niggas.
think that fucking center is leaving? The best they'll do, niggas, have a mascot in the front. Chick-fil-A cow in the front of that bitch.
Spinning a sign in that bitch.
They about to build.
Lose no money, niggas.
And then they gonna build another one.
Doing that shit.
They gonna build it.
No, they gonna build it up. Because even if you look at the shit, they were saying that, like, yeah, in order to make it the exact rate it was back in the 70s, it would need to be $40 because that accounts for the federal taxes they were also paying. It could be higher.
Could be higher. Should be higher.
Should be higher. And it only got rid of not because we had good reason, but because that nigga was corrupt. So let's fucking stop
the bullshit.
with the bullshit. And
JB,
see
I ain't gonna lie, JB, I need you to lock in.
Yeah, and JB.
Pick a side.
JB.
Because here's the thing, JB, if you pick a side and you on their side, that's fine. But, you know what I'm saying? Next episode might be a little worse.
I was gonna say, no,
Just make it known,
that's
bro.
the thing. That's the thing.
Pick a side, gang.
That's the shit that niggas are looking at during this time. It's not enough to just say, for the people, we're gonna do X, Y, Z.
For the people, it's actions.
Do it.
Hey, if you can make that decision, even though you and your family gonna pay a little bit higher in taxes, then I respect you and I commend you.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna duck and dodge it because you know it will hurt your bottom line a little bit too, then that's that billionaire.
That's
And
that
it
billionaire.
What's your fucking bottom line though?
too much! And it will be too much for your time.
God.
This nigga just financed the fucking lawmakers to stay in Hyatt for free of charge.
The budget bill, I'm sorry.
So
I don't want to dog on this nigga, but the budget bill, that branded the deficit is $1 billion. If JB Pritzker got him and his buddies to get the bread together and give $1 billion,
They could do that.
he'd be at
all the people that voted against
He's at
it.
3.9 on Google. Mind you, net worth on Google is bullshit. On Google, it say 3.9 billion. So let's say worst case scenario, $1 billion got sucked out your shit. You got 2.9 billion.
And also now
that's your bottom
and also
line.
you're the governor of
Hyatt,
and also
nigga.
you're the governor of Illinois who just essentially personally gave $1 billion.
Oh my God.
To give niggas health care.
Oh my God. Media circuit of doom. You'd make $1 billion off that bitch.
Yes.
Stop it. Stop it.
You have to care for
You got to give a fuck about it, though.
You have to give a fuck about
That's
it.
why you got to pick a side.
Yep.
Yeah. Just pick that side, bro. Let's wrap this shit up.
Let's try to get this budget passed. That would be cool.
Real shit.
And
W knowledge on
we
the
need
budget.
to we need to stop.
Do the knowledge on the budget.
Do the fucking knowledge, because this shit determines what the fuck your service is gonna look like, what your kids' fucking service is gonna look like, what the roads gonna look like, all this shit. And it's all happening in the city council, and these niggas didn't even provide a fucking alternative.
Yeah.
These niggas voted it down and they were like, well, there's gotta be something else.
Yeah.
Gotta be something.
I could pull you a different thing. I mean, shit. They also did a thing. They were like, Seattle did this thing where it was like it was payroll tax on people making over $200K at these companies
you were telling
per
me about
month,
that.
and they generated like 200 mil something a year or whatever. And it's better than just the fucking number of employees.
we got
you
other
have
options.
Than tax the payroll.
Oh, well.
I mean, Brandon, if they tell you get another option, bring that bitch as the option.
And then-
one way or another, we getting this nigga's money.
And then they gonna say, damn, wait, but Jimmy, I just told that nigga he gonna make $500K this year. Nah, we can't do that. Shut your bitch ass up. Pay these niggas.
Thank you for watching this long. If you haven't already, subscribe. What is you doing?
What is you doing?
What are you doing? You think we just sitting here doing it for nothing?
You think you're gonna sit here and not
Need
do
to
shit? Like,
eat.
hear this shit.
Click that I know you're not subscribed. Click it.
Cool.